watching Thrifty Kaniffy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today I have something a little different for you guys. While I'll be doing a review, it's as much a knife tale, as it is a review. This is my favorite knife. So what this is an Ashley Harrison custom made, and there's really only two that are like this. Matt owns the other one. He had ordered two of these customs and had two of them made by Ashley Harrison. And if you aren't familiar with Ashley Harrison, he's a knife maker out of Sheffield, England, and they do the Arthur Wright and Son knives. And you can see on here we have an Arthur Wright tang stamp. Okay. But it is a little more than that because it's very sentimental to me. It was a gift from Slippy Matt, the Slip Joint Sawyer. I call him Slippy. He, kind of he did this by surprise. I didn't have any idea he was going to do that. And then came all the way from England and arrived. And like I said, in 2 weeks time, it had cracked. And I just felt horrible about it. But the handle had shrunk. The wood, I guess, just didn't get treated correctly. And so it shrunk, and the pin cracked. It cracked at the pin. And it was just, it didn't look good. And I wasn't happy with it. It was always like a sore feeling every time I picked it up. I was like, man, I wish that hadn't cracked, And so it bothered me enough. I was like, Matt, could you, you'd asked, you could just send it back and have him rehandle it. And he's like, yep, just send it on back. And Ashley will take care of it. So we did that, and then Ashley asked Matt, what handle options would you like? And I said, well, I'd like something in blue, because I wanted something in blue to kind of remind me of Slippy's, colors for his channel. Not exact, but I wanted it to be blue. And Ashley showed him, 4 or 5 different handle options, and this is the one I went with. To me, it was an easy choice amongst the available things that they had. And you can see it matches really well, both sides. I didn't want to take a look at this knife until I knew for sure that these handles weren't going to shrink too. I think they're good. Haven't had any issue with this one. But beautiful brass liners on it, made in a very traditional way, handcrafted by artisanal hands, just people that know what they're doing and how to make a slip joint knife. But it took no time at all once Ashley got it to, the go ahead on what handles to use. I think he'd had it done in like 2 days time. So just want to say thank you to Matt for going through all the trouble of shipping this twice to me. Because basically it came from England, then went back to England, and then came back to the United States again. So 2 trips across the sea, 4 total, I suppose. So it's seen its miles. And, and in the meantime, also, Slippy and I become quite close. So, it just means a lot to me coming from him, and it just being such a fantastic knife. I've often said that if I were to design a knife, it would probably look quite a bit like this. I like the easy open style knife and single bladed style sort of Barlow shape. And it's very minimalist. It doesn't have any billboarding, nothing on the bolsters. Very just beautiful handles that let the material speak for itself. No etching on the blade or anything like that. And I opted for a spearpoint. I think while I like clip point blades, and I think maybe they're even a little bit more attractive, I do know and appreciate the fact that a spearpoint blade's probably just a touch more, useful overall. It's unfortunate that I don't use this knife just because I don't want to mess it up, but I think it would make for just like the ultimate carry. but I just, it means way too much to me for me to drop it or lose it. I would be devastated, as I was when it was cracked the first time, and I don't want that to happen again, so I'm even more protective of it now. So yeah, I'm baby this little guy. This just stays in the drawer, and I pull it out, and I admire it, and I hold it in my hand and take a look at it just as I am now. Pull out the blade, open it up. It's got a fantastic pull on it, as you can hear. It's probably about a 9. Now, some people may not like that, but I don't mind that at all. And I can still open it just by opening the pinch there. And but you got to be very diligent in how you hold the knife when you close it, because it can be dangerous on the close. So just going to the half stop there and then moving your hand like that, to me, is the safest way to close it. But just a massive thank you to Matt. I mean, I can't thank him enough. I mean, it is my favorite knife. It's just, I have more than probably 500 knives. So that's saying something. But just a beautiful design. So let's get more into the review now that I've gushed over it. You guys are probably sick of hearing me being sappy here. But it's about a little over 2 3/4 inch blade. So this is definitely UK illegal. Of course, Ashley being over there, appreciates the fact that you're going to be able to carry it, in the UK. And so you had a cutting edge about 2.5. Here's a look at your tang stamp. It's a W there, after Wright and Sons, right? The W, the Wright. It's not a candelabra, which I thought at first it was. But yeah, you get the fancy style A&S tang stamp on their custom knives. Just kind of differentiate them from the standard fare that they make. But again, it is a Ashley Harrison, not to be confused, right? So they own the Arthur Wright and Son knives. But yeah, you get nickel silver bolster here, C70 carbon steel blade, satin finished, flat grind there, and takes a really good edge. C70, it's nothing particularly special, but if you're like a carbon steel kind of guy like I am, you appreciate carbon steel blade. Get that nice patina, and they always get razor sharp. See that? No problem cutting through that. And it's just a wonderful piece. The centering is just dead center, straight down the pipe. It's just so well done. For handmade crafted knife, and you get basically perfection out of it. Brass liners, like I say, I really prefer brass liners. I like the contrast in color. So that brass color to the stainless spring, or maybe carbon spring. I'm not exactly sure, honestly, which that is. But then you get brass pins. So it's just a beautifully made knife, and everything about it is pretty much ideal to me, because this is, probably, like I said, about how I would design a knife. Little nail neck notch there, so you can just pop it right open. It's just perfect. People complain about breaking their nails on the nail neck, but you got a little easy open. You don't even have to do that. Just pinch it. Just pinch it. But again, thank you to Matt. Perfect knife to me. This is like, I can't find any fault with it. It's pretty much just everything I would want. And now you got the blue burlwood and no more crack. So fantastic. Really, really appreciate and love this knife. So can't thank Matt enough. Really appreciate his friendship and what that means to me, and just his sheer kindness for sending this along. I will treasure this knife for a long, long time. So hope you guys enjoyed sort of the semi-review gush of love for Matt. But I think everybody can appreciate just how great this knife is when they get a look at it. So Hope all you traditional knife lovers can appreciate this knife as much as I do. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.